started it again without realizing. So my heat is currently on because it's freezing down here in Melbourne. I remember from my 2017 and 2018 videos that when I make a video while the heat's on, it's a little annoying. So I apologize in advance for that because I need to make a video and my house is cold. I guess I wanted to just make this video now to start the day off on the right foot. Grant, as always, thank you so much for calling me. He called me at 7 and I was like, I'm not ready to get up, I need boss cuddles. So he called me back at 7:30. I took my meds and got straight in the shower, which I'd already planned to do last night. I know that my last few videos have been super depressing and I understand that. But if you've been following me along on my journey, you will understand why I post those videos. Because real life can suck sometimes. A lot of the time, let's face it, guys. And I've had my many fucking physical and mental conditions under control to the best of my ability for, as long as I can. But I knew when I was I knew before even getting vaccinated something would happen, which is why I was dead set against the first lot that came out. The sole reason I got vaccinated was because of my job. And that's all well and good, I'm fully vaxxed and all that bullshit, but the side effects aren't fun. And I can't help but think about the comment that I replied to last night. There's a person in Sweden, I think, watching me. If my replies to you were rude, I apologize. Obviously, I appreciate everybody's input and advice. I just don't really know how to deal on days like yesterday and the day before and whatever. I must admit, I keep thinking about the comment of being an observer and not judgmental. The only thing I can really relate that back to is like Eckhart Tolle and being the observer of my thoughts, which is something I do every single day. But I really need people to understand that suicide ideation is extremely real. And there are so many different levels on the spectrum, just like everything else. Unfortunately for me, I deal with the most severe, right at the top of the most dangerous list of suicide ideation. This is my life. This is a fact. I have literally slept around the clock for as many days as I can to not have to listen to those thoughts. And I promise all of you out there, I'm not engaging, okay? I'm not engaging in the suicidal thoughts because if I did, I'd be dead, and I'm not. And as I said yesterday, I actually really don't want to die. People who talk about suicide need to be taken seriously. That's got to be the number one takeaway, yeah? People don't talk about it unless there's a real thing. Now, I'm sure you can all be like, oh, but there are so many things out there and people threaten suicide, this, that, and everything else. Yep, this is true, but someone doing that still needs help. Now, I have the best support team ever, so I know I'm getting help. I'm getting all the help I could possibly get, let's face it. And in the end, I actually have spoken to my boss. He messaged me directly after I made my afternoon video yesterday. And I told him, look, I want you to know that the vaccine has affected me. I am struggling. I really obviously don't want it to, to feel like like it's going to jeopardize my job also, because you know in my head I've got this image of I'm part of a team that is to help people before they get to the stage that I'm in. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that all my shit goes backwards. And I gotta admit, if you don't read the actual About Me page on my YouTube channel, please don't comment and act like you know what the fuck I'm dealing with. If you've read it and you see exactly how many things I'm living with, go ahead, have your say. I can almost guarantee that whatever the next person says to me has been said to me by myself. Okay, I've been living with this for 36 years. I do suffer severe anxiety, okay? Unfortunately, it happens in certain circumstances that I know are absolutely ridiculous. Actually, to the point where I truly thought that I had solved my problem until this week, right? So for years, I have been a very anxious person in regards to making new friends, because people seem to love me when they meet me because I'm upfront and I'm blunt, and I always say what the next person is thinking, because in my mind, how the fuck do we learn? How do we do anything? Like, it's all too fucking hard, yeah? And I understand people have lives and people are busy and things like that. I guess from my point of view, it's difficult, guys, because I really hope this is loud enough, because that